teams do not want to play against.
It's not a good sign when Hippo, your top laner, only has 2 games of Nautilus top. Now, they've only played 2 games, but we need to see some more conventional picks out of this guy.
Yeah, I mean, you can do those kind of funky picks in solo queue, and Hippo is known as being a very good top Rek'Sai player, but in the pro matches, you kind of have to lean more towards the meta unless you've got a really good reason not to.
So Lulu and Tom Kench.
Yep.
First 2 bans of our second series of the evening. And there is Graves taken out of the pool, which is smart. Hey, SK Telecom, maybe you should have banned Graves in game number 2. Good job, e-mFire.
Maybe. They watched that match and like, not us. That's not going to happen to us. We may lose, but we're not going to lose to top Graves. Congratulations. You're not going to lose at least game 1 to top Graves.
What else has Trace been working on, though, is the question. He just played Maokai and Rumble and Top Morgana nearly exclusively last year, mixed in some Malphite at the very end, but known for a very small champion pool. And a Quinn ban here, so perhaps they want to first pick the Fiora, because that has been a typical counter pick to Fiora, but they are actually going to go for Alistar, so Fiora is still available, weirdly enough. So is Lissandra.
Yeah, Lissandra, the big one, immediately locked in by Jinair. We'll end up seeing where that goes. Probably top, I would think. And Kalista as well.
Kuzan's actually a very good Lissandra player, so that's definitely not guaranteed.
Yeah, I suppose.
And especially on red side, you are going to be saving that as a bit of a flex pick. If anything, I would think it's more likely to go to Kuzan, but we shall see.
All right.
They've banned out 3 champions that Trace plays, so curious.
They may be a little bit worried about Trace. I think that's what we can...
Wow.
I'm not really wondering about that. You say it's curious, but I think it's pretty obvious what that means, Monty. Come on.
We live in a world where people are worried about Trace. Interesting.
Yep. And we're worried about Trace playing Quinn and Graves. That's the world we live in, man. Tristana, Elise are the 2 picks for e-mFire.
With all the Kalista picks and Kalista priority, it's interesting to me that we haven't seen more Tristana picks because Tristana does do so well in lane against the Kalista, but it really hasn't been a priority for the Korean teams. They're happy to play Lucian into that matchup most of the time, preferring him for his wave clear and his team fighting potential, his long-range poke. So Thresh here. And Rek'Sai falling very low. Actually, Crush deciding he'd rather play Elise than the Rek'Sai. Not a decision that we see frequently. So they will take jungle support here no matter what, though, to hide their last pick as a flex for the Lissandra.
Yeah. I suppose we did see Longju pick up that Rek'Sai over the Elise lasting it.
That would be very interesting to take the Victor now and hide the jungle pick. That might mean something interesting for Winged. We'll hope that is what it means.
Zach, it's coming.
I mean, it wouldn't be bad with this composition. That provide a lot of AoE team fighting potential.
He wouldn't be the first Korean to play jungle, Zach, in 2016.
He would be the first Korean in Korea to play it, though.
It's true. Not the first Korean. There is a certain amount of precedent.
Okay.
And it may be a top Lissandra, after all. Unless it's support.
Definitely going to be a top Lissandra now. So we're just waiting for the jungle pick to come in. Like I said, I'm very surprised they decided to reveal it early. I hope Winged will play something more carry-oriented like a Kindred then.
Oh, that'd be cool. Misfortune, once again dropping through picks and bans. Yep. The age of misfortune is once again done, I think.
Hecarim here.
And Lux would be cool to see, too.
Yeah, Lux should be able to farm it pretty easily against Victor. There's not a lot of all-in threat, so knowing that an assassin isn't going to be selected means that the Lux lock for the mid lane, this will be the 3rd time this season we've seen it, but we've only seen it in the LeBlanc-Lux matchup in both of the other games to this point.
Seems like
Hecarim, as an answer to Lissandra, Hecarim should be able to be harassed out of lane pretty easily by Lissandra. And if you're going to take Rek'Sai right now, why? Stop it. Stop it, Janair. I don't like it when you draft like this.
It's the old try to pretend you're hiding a pick, but it's just a normal pick after all pick.
Winged definitely prefers Lee Sin when he can get it. He is a Lee Sin specialist, but might be going for the more conventional Rek'Sai, and that will be the lock-in. So it looks like perhaps the Victor, they're happy to blind pick it. Jin Air, as a team, just from looking at their last year, they have the same coaching staff, and they really like blind picking Victor. GBM used to do it all the time. It's a very safe blind pick. If you can take it away from your opponent, provides great team fighting, great burst, great wave clear. So I understand why they are so enamored with the Victor. And perhaps they just wanted to take it away from Edge, who has been, played Azir. He's the only Azir player we've seen so far, and he played Gangplank in their first series. But interesting takeaway, but it does allow Edge to grab the Lux with relative safety.
Sure enough.
e-mFire lacking damage with their composition.
I was going to say, I mean, we've usually seen the Lux paired with another big bursting champion, right? And we don't really have that big, long-range, instant burst in any of the other champions on e-mFire.
And realistically, Hippo's going to have to be absolutely huge to do enough damage in a team fight.
Yeah.
I think unless e-mFire can really use the Tristana fast push effectively this game, they're going to have a very hard time combating the composition that Jin Air is bringing to bear.
If Hippo builds tank, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, Lux is great for the initial burst, but you have to have a finisher with Lux.
Yeah. I mean, Soul would need to have a pretty awesome position to do it. See if they can handle it. e-mFire versus Jin Air, game number 1. It's go time.
Something pretty cool I noticed about that intro at the end.
What's that?
They are in the order that they started playing professional League of Legends from bottom to top.
Oh, you're right.
Because that's why Score and Mad Life are on the bottom, and we see like Prey somewhere close to the bottom too.
Interesting.
So they made a pyramid of players.
Cool.
That's what I was like. Why? Usually they just put Faker in the middle. I was like, why did Score and Mad Life? And then I realized what was going on there.
That's because it's a big year for League. This is all about the legacy, man. The legacy of Korean League of Legends. It's been a good one, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been great. And so we enter the 12th season of Champions right now.
Yeah. This is our 10th as a casting duo here in Korea.
It's our 10th Champions anniversary, Doa.
That's
What'd
right.
you get me?
I was going to ask you what you got me. Oh, we didn't get each other anything, did we?
We got the fans a great cast.
That's right. Our gift is ourselves to you. You're welcome.
That's how full of ourselves we are.
Yep, pretty much. You've been rubbing off on me.
I'm glad.
Just not your fashion sense.
Instilling great confidence in you, I see.
That's right. I still wear skate shoes only. You've got to.
It's fun watching you on ice.
Well,
and I'm not talking about as if you were a Disney princess.
Or dead, hopefully. No, I've got incredible balance. Balance like a really well-balanced cat. Not just a regular cat.
The cat with superior balancing skills.
The most agile of all cats. Went ice skating a while ago. I didn't fall down once.
So Doha on ice, it is actually a possibility. Something we could see in the future.
I don't do the ice dancing thing, you know?
It's never too late to learn, Doha.
I just kind of go forward and like stumble around a lot and sometimes stop when I want to.
I think it's a technique you've also brought to your casting.
No, I can't ever stop there. There's no stopping this one, no. Stopping is not a thing I do.
Well, standard lanes here, and we'll see how this Lissandra does. Odds are Hippo's not going to have an easy time.
Fans of Soul.
Soul fighting, probably family of Soul, it would appear.
I guess so.
Aw,
that's adorable. And that's Soul.
Also adorable.
Soul adorable.
Oh, God.
Totes adorbs, Monty. Totes adorbs.
Never you say that again.
Never you say. Did you just reveal your like Southern heritage there? Never you say that again.
I'm secretly Georgian.
I guess so. Wow. The truth comes out.
I never wanted anybody to know, Noah.
It was that traumatizing for you for me saying totes adorbs. I revealed my Valley Girl heritage, and you revealed your Mississippi roots, I guess, there.
Gosh dang it.
Wow. Y'all darn it. Wow. See, well, it's the 10th season. We should probably just reveal this stuff now, I guess, huh?
It's the season of revelation. The secrets are over, Doa.
Yep. Totes for reals.
Oh, God.
Yep. I'll be hella honest with you.
That's Northern Californian.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
There you go, revealing your lack of California knowledge right
That's
there.
the only part of California I've lived in. Man. I like it, though.
That's like saying that Wicked is a Rhode Island thing. Not cool.
Is it?
No.
Wicked was just an everywhere thing. I thought he was
It's a Boston thing.
I thought
Oh
he was
my
a
God.
top laner.
Well, he was at one point.
Yeah. I just said tubular a lot when I was a kid. Gnarly, you know? The occasional cowabunga.
Yeah, you're basically just a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle soundboard. Sometimes that's how I consider replacing you on this guy.
Righteous, dude. That's right. If you don't spontaneously break out into Vanilla Ice's ninja rap from time to time, what are you? You know? I ninja rap, therefore I am.
I see. Great philosophy, courtesy of Doa.
Go ninja, go ninja, go. That's why we're so obsessed with Shen.
He's definitely not going anywhere, though.
It's
I wish he would leave.
Stay ninja, stay ninja, stay.
That's what Riot's saying.
Yeah. That's right. Ninja-like things. Well, guys, it's standard lanes, and people are farming.
It's our favorite part of the game.
Yeah.
5 minutes, no ganking.
That's right. Reminds me of the old, 20 minutes, no rush, and StarCraft, you know. Gotta get time to get those carriers, man.
Yeah, otherwise what are you going to do on Big Game Hunters?
Yeah, exactly. BGH was the greatest. It was fun. And Wings, grabbing that blue, going after the Rift Scuttler. And they're
They're
looking
looking for Alistar right now, so they're just checking around. Throwing the Sentinel in there. Cougar will go ahead. Nope, not going to clear it out while Che is there threatening the hook.
Yep.
And instead, just using that opportunity to see what they can see in the enemy jungle. Hello!
Wow, Kuzan takes a big
Lazor.
chunk of damage, but still manages to trap Edge. Yeah.
Edge coming out with the pot advantage, but
Yeah, I guess
losing
so.
in terms of CS.
Winged, a little bit caught here, could be in trouble. And he's actually going to make it out. I really thought we were going to see a light binding come in from Edge and finish that one off.
Well, no finisher. So what we've seen in the mid lane so far is that Edge has really been prioritizing using his spells for harass.
Crush, that was a bit dangerous.
Okay, no. Don't
Yeah.
face check level 6 Victor. Let's
Well,
not do that.
he knew they were there. He wanted to prevent the recall, but that was not a great plan.
Perhaps thought that Kuzan had already dumped Chaos Storm in the mid lane on that trade.
Oh, it could have been,
Because
yeah.
otherwise you wouldn't take that risk to walk in there.
That's a good point. Shay waiting in the brush. Soul squeezing his dragon as hard as he can. Oh,
Doing
so
nothing
awkward.
doing nothing in lane, but standing there and squeezing his dragon.
No, Soul is CSing. Shay is the one standing out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Walking back and forth, squeezing his dragon.
Yes.
Does that serve you better?
Yeah, sure, that's great. I'll take it. That is just disturbing. Isn't it? I mean, see, Dragon Trainer Lulu is weird. That dragon just follows around. It's like her pal and stuff.
Yep.
But Tristana is just abusing that dragon.
Yeah, it's definitely animal cruelty.
Absolutely.
Bare minimum.
That's right. And,
Wow, Hippo really falling behind in this lane.
well, I mean, what did you expect?
This is what I expected.
Yeah, exactly.
I just don't get the Hecarim pick here. That's the main thing. If you're not going to pick a lane matchup where Hecarim can actually do okay, then you're basically just delaying your power spike. And what we've seen from Lux's so far is that, yes, they've been effective, but how have they been effective? They've been effective with MF and Lucian and other long-range forms of damage that when you land that light binding can combo with Lux to pull off a pick.
Yeah, you're not going to kill anyone by yourself with the combo, but you can do it with that other burst.
Yeah, especially if what we've typically seen from Lux itemization is the Frost Queen claim into the Morello Nomicon, so going for the utility and the cooldown reduction.
Right.
So it's just not providing a whole lot of punch outside of the kind of Thunderlord's damage that is very good on Lux.
Well, if you don't pick the other part of that burst elsewhere in your team comp,
Yep.
then you really got to wonder what Lux's function in the team is going to be.
Yeah. And you don't have the spellcasting power with the Tristana. You have to wait for her passive to rank up to get the range. And by that time, everybody's going to be really, really tanky on the side of Jin Air, or immune to damage if you're Lysandra. So this doesn't seem like the most well thought out composition from e-mFire in terms of how they're actually going to execute the team fights. And Trace has been building up a 35 CS lead in under 10 minutes with no ganks. Wow. So he is crushing that lane right now. He's got to get a fast Rod of Ages. What is this Hecarim even going to do? Build Merc Treads first. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, well, Che gets caught. e-mFire. Laser misses, and here comes a TP. Crush caught by that death sentence, and it looks like this may be first blood for Jin Air. It is. Winged gets that one.
Just
turning
crushed
that one around a bit.
By the Frozen Tomb there.
Yeah.
Coming in from Trace, and Hippo not even going to follow up on that TP.
Well,
all he has is a Doran Shield and Merc Treads. He'd probably just die if he went in there.
He's got Corrupting Potion, too. Come on, be fair.
Well, okay, dog.
It doesn't make a difference. Jin Air going for the dragon. Dropping that pink ward just to make sure. Oh, there's a ward. Oh, here comes Soul.
Here's the responding TP. James going to block off the choke, though, with the box.
Yeah, they may
and
just
then
take
grab
this
down a pilot. And yeah, that's a nice turnaround, though.
Yeah, not bad. Oh, we tried to steal it with the Prey Seeker, but it did not work.
So e-mFire at least made a play right there. They took the CS in the top side to compensate for the first blood, and then they decided to take away the dragon. So Jin Air not able to respond to that. But the question is now, how much CS is this Hecarim going to lose in the top side as a result? Because there is going to be a little bit of give and take right here.
Well, he's losing some to the turret right now, and he's already 30-something down, so.
Well, he's not going to lose much, actually. He gets back before the cannon minion dies, so that's actually really good.
Well, he's really lucky the cannon minion was picked
on
up by
that wave
first. Yeah.
Well, no, he's lucky the cannon minion was on that particular wave.
Right.
So, still 30 CS back, though, and still going to have problems scaling. Didn't get any kills, just gets the dragon.
Yep.
So, still big deficit here, built up by e-mFire.
Yep.
And all for a dragon, which isn't really going to be of a much immediate value because those percentage damage stats are only really worth something if you have items, and if you have no gold, you don't have items.
That's true. You know, I thought of a positive thing to say about e-mFire, and that is that Crush didn't pick Evelyn. So there's something they're already doing better than SKT.
That Evelyn from Bengi was so bad.
My favorite part was where he got accidentally cocooned.
The accidental cocoon was the funniest, that's true.
And Trace just blew him up on Graves. That was pretty funny. Oh, there's the turret.
And not only did he get the turret, well, he is going to actually break the freeze right now, but had a chance to get a nice bounce off that wave and make Hippo's life even more difficult. But now Trace also has the opportunity to roam and try and make plays elsewhere on the map and snowball the turret advantage.
Yeah. You know, they say, like, hippos are actually one of the most dangerous animals in the world, but not this one, apparently.
Well, they're only dangerous if you go into the rivers and try and swim with them, right? It's not.
Well, they kill a lot of people every year, man.
They do, from people who go in the rivers next to them. Or go too close to them. See, hippos aren't dangerous if you just stay away from them and you take their food.
See, even this hippo, though, is not dangerous if you provoke it. I don't think.
Not yet. We'll see where he gets when he's nice and fat if we get to the late game.
Well, I mean, like we talked about, though, even if he does get big and tanky, is e-mFire going to have enough sustained damage to win a team fight? It's going to need to be some, like, incredible play from Soul.
Well, it looks like they're going to try and build him with a lot of MR, and Kalista not the highest damage AD carry in the late game, so they would have to do a very good job of peeling for Kalista, but fortunately if they have the box, Lysandra ultimate, and Gravity Field to peel for Pilot, so Kalista should be pretty well protected to get the number of necessary auto attacks off to take down a very tanky Hecarim.
Probably. Well, not a lot's been going on down in the spot lane. It's been a mid and top focused game so far, according to our observer at least.
And Wing now getting the edge, getting that first blood, and then thoroughly out-farming his opponent in Crush 2. So the CS gap continues to grow on the top side. 50 now the differential, or 40 rather. Now the differential between these two. This is shown up by about 10.
Well, it's already like a 3K gold lead for Jinair at 14 minutes. That's not insignificant.
Certainly not. And it's all coming out of the jungle and top lane, as well as that first blood gold. So he's looking good, especially since e-mFire should be attempting to do more, I think, with the Elise Tristana combo. They picked, looks like they picked a lot in the bottom side just for the lanes here with the Tristana. So if you're not doing anything with that and trading aggressively with the Kalista, there's not a lot of point to picking the Tristana.
Yeah. Edge having to use his ult to clear that wave. But the spooky ghosts are on the field.
They're here for some quality haunting.
They're here. Isn't that what you say when spooky ghosts pop up? Oh, Crush spotted by that ward.
Yeah, does find it with a sweeper immediately, but they get good information, and that means that Trace is perfectly safe to push into the enemy jungle and start doing things like stealing Gromp for free. They know he's there. He's not going to take the Gromp, he's just going to go and just try and clear out some wards.
Free Gromp, man. It's awesome.
Gromp's for free.
Yep.
Would you take a free Gromp?
CS for nothing, and the Gromp's for free.
That'd be a great song.
Parody in the making. If anyone was actually old enough in the League of Legends community to know that song.
To know Dire Straits?
Yep.
It's a great song.
I guess we are. That's your next one. You can do that one.
All right. Thanks, Noah.
You're welcome. Just give me the executive producer credit or something, I guess. You know, credit where it's like, I'm sort of involved, but not really. Oh, Hippo. Getting a bit of farm. But man is he down in CS.
Yeah, 15 minutes to be 50 down is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
But they picked it. They picked this matchup. It's a hard matchup. Hecarim certainly doesn't win that matchup. There's really nothing you can do besides try and walk up the wave and take Qs to the face.
Dragon in 10.
You try and engage and get some damage down or something like that, you just get W'd. Yep. And that's really problematic because guess what? A lot of Hecarim's damage comes from his movement speed, and if he's not moving fast and he's frozen in place, he's just completely stuffed.
Wing knocked up. Got caught with a cocoon, but Cougar will send him to freedom.
There's just not enough follow-up right there with the number of Jinair players that are already in the river.
Yep.
Plus, Kuzan faster to get over to the objective than Lux. Lux still clearing out the mid-wave.
So, e-mFire was able to take the first dragon of the game. Jinair trying to equalize with this one, and it looks like they're going to have a pretty good opportunity to do that.
They could be playing, I think, a little bit more aggressively right now. They have Trace's TP up. They certainly are stronger, but that means Winged is just going to go back and ult back in before they do it. So making sure they get a buy through.
There is a ward that Hippo could come in on if e-mFire wants to flank this, but we're just going to let it go, I think.
No.
I think.
Well, they might try and steal with a laser.
Maybe. Nope.
There's not really a point to using a Lux laser right there because there's a Kalista in this game. Your odds of stealing that are virtually zero.
Yep. I feel like we've seen some virtually zero odds Baron steals around the world lately.
It's true. It's true. If you're behind, you can always try.
It's true. Yep. Especially if they have Sunfire Cape, the item known to steal Baron more easily than anything.
That is. Clutch Baron steal is always made with Sunfire Cape.
That's right. We know. We've seen it.
It definitely happened.
It absolutely happened. There's no way you can prove otherwise. So that's all I got to say about that. It's a fact. Historical fact.
Right. Well, looks like Jinair just wants to play a very slow-paced game. You'd think that they'd want to push this Lissandra advantage somewhere else on the map right now. Perhaps a little bit of Lux diving, but Lux has cleanse, so it might be tough.
Yep.
However, they do have multiple forms of CC. Meanwhile, Trace is now taking it upon himself to solo steal the blue buff.
Well, Edge and Hippo are... Nope, Edge is going back to lane. Hippo trying to save that blue buff. Kuzan putting the pressure on to Edge to try to make it easier for Trace, I guess. Can Trace get this?
Yep.
Yeah, he can.
Got it with a claw.
The claw.
The fadeaway claw. Let's turn around. casually steal the blue buff.
Worked out well. Steal the blue buff, walk away. Well, don't really walk if you're Lysandra. You kind of slide.
I guess she sort of makes ice under herself, which propels her.
Oh, boy. Oh, faked out by the theme song. We're back. All right. Meanwhile, the Rift Herald dies another embarrassing death. There's nothing dignified about the Rift squatter is there.
There's nothing at all. It's just terrible. He doesn't even give you a good buff. His buff is garbage. Rift Herald is what you do when you have nothing else to do.
It's true, isn't it?
It's like the last resort. It's like you basically sit there as a player and you say, can I take some farm right now? No. Okay, can I push a tower? No. Can I get damage on any kind of objective? Can I go for dragon? No. Can I help my teammate? Can I gank? No. Okay, well I better do Rift Herald then because there is literally nothing else to do.
Yeah, when you're 40 CS up and just chilling out, might as well do the Rift Herald.
Well, all it does is give minions, what, 40% attack speed. It doesn't even make them tankier. It looks like a Baron buff, but the buff is a lie, though.
Wow, false advertising from the Rift Squatter.
Doesn't actually improve the durability of your minion wave, which is the most important aspect of Baron anyway, is crushing wave clear.
True.
So, basically garbage. Also, would you like to spend a lot of HP to try and kill it? If so, I have the place on the map for you to go before 20 minutes. It's the Baron Pit.
Yeah, looks like fun. No. Oh, whatever you say, Callista. Was that Callista? I think it was.
I don't know, we're moving too fast.
It sounded kind of manly, though. I don't know. I don't know what the Korean voice is. Well.
Well, at least Trace is getting damage done with his terrible buff. Hippo is...
Hey, he's making it work for him, you know?
Hippo is helpless with his Alacrity enchantment. I don't even know why he has that this early.
It's the only thing he could afford, I guess. I don't know.
He's looking for a really, really late Trinity Force.
As you do.
It's the staple of all Hecarim builds.
Yep. Well, meanwhile, a dive. And guess what? Callista's there, so Fate's Call. Oh, Crush gets knocked up. There's a box. Gets caught as well. Trace TP's down. He could try something here. Ults himself, though, as he takes a lot of damage. Hippo's ult doesn't connect, though. 5 men in the bot lane. Looks like we could have a big fight here. Kuzan coming down, too. Looks like the turtle will be taken out. That was a really weird situation. But in the end, the e-mFire gets the turret.
Wow.
That was odd.
It was really odd, especially because Edge actually managed to get down there and behind the turret faster than Kuzan could respond. So perhaps a little bit of a delay there from Kuzan on the rotation into the bottom lane. But it actually worked. In the end, they got the turret. So the gold advantage definitely worthwhile for e-mFire burning that TP, and they also didn't lose anybody. They lost CS in that top lane again, which is coming at a premium right now for Hippo. Although he hasn't fallen any further behind, so I suppose that's a positive. And they did take some damage on the mid turret. Kuzan actually should have just stayed in mid and pushed down the tower.
Yeah, man. Janair trying to set something up around Baron now. Baron is there. They grab Cougar, but will they follow up? The play keeps him in place for the moment. He doesn't have his ult at the moment, but looks like Janair's not going to engage on that.
Nope, not yet. Trace also made the right decision to try and zone out and use his ultimate on himself in that particular engagement. If he had used it on somebody else, it would have been bad. Also, he was exhausted, so
he had to.
Extra good using his ultimate on himself in that particular situation because he wouldn't have done very much damage.
Yeah. Hippo still way behind on CS, which I guess it makes him a hungry Hippo.
Yes, he is. He is a hungry Hippo right now, Noah. There's no denying it.
Is they behind? What other kind of Hippo are you going to be?
That is a terrible game, by the way. There is
what?
literally no skill involved.
No, I will not have you trash talk hungry Hippo on this broadcast. That was a great game, and we all loved it.
It's awful.
Just because your bitter heart of cold steel won't accept the joy of hungry Hippo doesn't mean you need to spread those lies to the rest of the world.
It's a bad game. There's no skill involved. You just push a button.
You know, I hate to break it to you, but it's not geared towards adults. It's for kids in elementary
Exactly.
school.
Shouldn't we teach our kids how to be winners of skill-based games early?
There's school for that. No, wait. No, now it's just participation ribbons for everyone, isn't it?
Yep. I'm sorry,
All
Doa.
right. It's, I guess the time for Hungry Hippos is over. Well, the time for that mid-turn might be over, too.
Oh!
No, maybe not.
Ooh, he knocked him out of the binding.
Yep. What a pal. Thanks, Cougar. Dragon's up.
Good guy, Cougar. This is going to be a new meme.
I don't, maybe. Good guy, Cougar. Saves you when your team's about to gain Q. Here's the dragon. Cougar, whoa, over the wall onto Trace. Wasn't expecting that. Trace forced to ult himself. Junior trying to save him. Can he get to the lantern? Doesn't need to. Gets over to the blue buff after all. Chase is fine then. Oh, Cougar trapped in the box. He's got a wall to go through. Pushes Winged back. Still gets taken out by Pilot. And Winged making a plan to crush. Forces the flash there. Junior probably going to be able to get the mid lane turned out of this.
Good guy, Cougar. Engages on your team to give you a kill.
Yep. Thanks. Thanks, bro.
Well, that particular team fight, may not be done yet, and there's going to be the turret. Was actually very good Lysandra play from Trace. So ended up getting caught out a little bit right there, but managed to pop his ult on himself, immediately flashed and cast his E simultaneously to get over the wall. Like, actually super impressive Lysandra play.
Yeah.
And a really well calculated escape.
Jay's like, here's the lantern, and Trace is like, I don't need this.
I have an E of my own.
Jay's like, well, wouldn't you have rather saved your summoner? And he's like, ha. Oh, good point.
He may not have been able to click it considering
Yeah,
the number of people that from e-mFire that were standing on top of him.
Honestly, I don't know if he would have been able to get to the lantern in time.
Definitely making the safe play, and that will get them a dragon, a mid lane turret, and a kill.
Not bad at all. And a 4K gold lead. Well, about 3K gold lead.
But Pilot's
Solid.
here with his Ruin's Hurricane now finally having a little bit of wave clear.
That turret has taken basically no damage this game.
Well, given how that lane went, I can hardly say it's a surprise. Looks like Hippo is going to be going Iceborne Gauntlet.
All right, well, a little bit of damage at least.
A little bit of damage, more stickiness,
hi.
really.
Helps you hold on. Oh, Hippo's like, no, just kidding.
Well, Hippo has good sustain against Lysandra right now, but they
wow.
are going to threaten the dive, and therefore Hippo will just immediately back off.
Just onslaught of shadows right out of there. Oh, that's a long, take it. Oh, it would have been cool if they could have grabbed him. Oh well, Crush knocked up, could be in trouble now. They're gonna take him down, I think. Cougar trying to save his teammate, but it doesn't work out.
Nice
He's caught. Immediately also get out of it. Pushes Wing farther down the lane. I don't think he's gonna be able to get out of this one. Really? No, okay.
The Rend was there in the end.
I was like, if he escaped from that situation, I have to change his name to Cougar.
Yeah, Pilot's only friend, the Rend. And now, Baron here at 26 minutes. Edge, not going to see much with that close range blue trinket. And he is going to maybe blind snipe this. Oh, nope, just tickling the Baron. With his
Tickling the Baron, huh?
Tickling the Baron.
I think
that sounds almost as bad as squeezing the dragon.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that was a form of torture in the Dark Ages.
I just prefer all my jokes to be euphemisms, though.
I guess so.
Edge tickles the dragon.
It's like, tell us where the rebels are hiding, or we'll be forced to tickle the dragon.
Tickle the Baron.
Tickle the Baron.
Excuse me.
I've forgotten my own euphemism. Sorry.
Okay, so let's take a look at this to start off with. Do see Rek'Sai ulting in nearly immediately. Crush gets caught out on the side. Crush actually missed a cocoon right there too, which was pretty bad. Winged also misplaced. Walks backwards towards him, and therefore gives the Elise a chance to escape and has to flash to get the knock up. But really nice hook onto Cougar.
Yep.
And then pretty easy cleanup, just waiting for that ult to go away. And when it does,
boom, you've been rendered. Been rendered dead. So, not the most inspiring performance or inspiring performance.
it definitely is an expiring performance.
It is an inspiring performance. I speak the truth.
Even when you don't want to.
No.
You try. See, that's what happens, Doa. When you try and soften the blow, you just accidentally make it worse.
It's like they're terrible.
No, I mean, they've done some nice things this game, and I mean, they've managed to make it relatively long way into this one. And we've had a team like this pretty much every season in Korea that has really struggled.
Yeah.
But Samsung was one of those teams last year, and they are now 3-0 and at the top of this league. So,
well, you never know what the future's going to hold. I mean, if you look at the early MVP teams before they became the World Championship winning Samsung White, you would have said the same things that you say about e-mFire right now. You know,
yeah.
They could not win a game to save their life, but a couple years later, they're winning worlds. And Imagine Dragons is playing songs with them. So look where you can go if you just stick with it.
Imagine Dragons will stand next to you.
That's right.
Play a guitar.
They would have stood next to anyone that won, though, so.
It's not really about
they had
you.
to be there. That's right. It's more about the spectacle. Wow. And turrets going down all over the place in favor of Jin Air. 10K gold ahead now. It's looking like this one may not last a lot longer.
Still 0 kills in this game from Hippo, and the rest of e-mFire. I mean, realistically, this is very close to a perfect game, except for the single dragon and single turret that they've been holding on to.
Yeah, pretty much. It doesn't get a whole lot more one-sided than this.
How about adding some more dragons to the mix, though?
Yeah, more kills, more dragons.
Games tonight have been surprisingly low kill.
Yeah, I know. Don't remind me.
That's why we have to talk about tickling the Baron.
That's right. That's exactly why. Oh. Time for Jin Air to put their own squeeze on the dragon. And they will be taking their third of the game.
So now it's time to deliver the death blow.
Is it?
That's right.
Okay.
Even though they don't have Baron anymore, and it will be difficult to push into the base.
But it's time, huh?
It's time.
I think Monte Cristo's just ready for the game to be over, guys.
I'm ready for this Lysandra Hecarim matchup to be over.
Well, it wasn't a very great duel there.
All right, so everyone forward now, and they have put these waves in a pretty good position. Trace is actually, oh, I thought he was going to actually teleport somewhere. I got all excited, Doa.
Oh, well.
It was not to be. They're not really willing to close out on e-mFire until probably they get another Baron here for maximum safety.
Yeah, pretty much.
The best kind
I
of
mean,
safety.
it's the Korea way, right? In League of Legends, it's like if you haven't just taken your 5th dragon or Baron, don't try to hit. That's what it seems like.
Well, why not? I mean, they have a 10,000 gold lead. They are firmly in command of this one. They only have one of their own towers destroyed right now. You shouldn't take any risks that you don't have to when you can close this game as cleanly as possible.
Can't really disagree with that.
Got all the wards up. You are in the driver's seat.
That's right.
I haven't been in the driver's seat in a while, Doa.
Me neither. The last time I drove a car was like 2013?
Wow.
12? Something like that.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, I rent cars all the time and when I go back to the States.
I don't. I just booch off friends and family. Aren't you happy to see me?
Give me your car.
Drive me around.
Oh, no, drive me around.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
right.
drive, yeah.
Wow, even better.
That's right.
Just getting your personal chauffeurs.
That's right.
What do you tell them you have a chauffeur in Korea? Do you expect one in the States too?
Well, taxis are so great here that, yeah, you basically do. Wish I could take that with me.
You can. It's in your pocket, though. It's called Uber.
I suppose. I've had mixed results.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, Edge. Nearly caught there. Once again, Lantern denied by Trace. I don't need that Lantern.
I have a claw.
That's right.
Teleport
The
claw.
claw. Teleport claw. Shay's just sorry. All right, man. I'm just going to use it to check brushes then. Fine.
Well, Trace's been sitting in a ward that entire time. Time for more claw threat.
Yep. Whoop. No. no death sentence onto Edge.
Well, realistically, nothing is going to happen in this game until the next Baron.
So 25 seconds.
Oh boy, what a short time to wait.
Yep. Well, Trace has to push his wave away first. Didn't look like it was very hard.
I think it was quite easy for him.
Yeah, he did it.
Has a lot of AP.
Janair setting up for this Baron.
All right, is Trace just going to sit in Fountain and wait for a TP? The answer is yes.
Guess so.
They really want to force a fight right here.
Janair is a little bit spread out, so
yeah, this is not
e-mFire,
a great position. Uh-oh, they're going to go in anyway, though. Here comes Trace.
The flank, he's coming from behind. Hippo activates his
Edge.
TP as well. Edge could be in trouble, gets caught with the Lissandra ultimate. Oh, but Trace is the one who gets blown up as Hippo and Cougar get into the back lines and delay the rest of Janair from engaging on this fight. Looks like they might take out Cougar anyway, but Hippo comes in with a big onslaught of shadows. Pilot picks up his support with that Fate's Call, throws him back in, and now Hippo in big trouble too. Lux Laser takes a chunk out of Pilot, but it's not enough. And Janair gonna win this fight anyway, despite a bit of an awkward start.
Well, Trace got in there, but he got chain CC'd, so he couldn't actually use his Zhonya's Hourglass, but he bought enough time that they wore down the front line in the interim, so he did just enough to turn that around, coupled with the fact that Janair has an absolutely massive gold lead right now.
And they're not even going to worry about Baron. They're just going to go right for this mid inhibitor, and with only Crush and Soul up, nobody's there to stop them for e-mFire.
Yep, so there's the inhib. They
there we go.
get what they came for in the end. Trace
They could probably
going to
just
be
go
back
for
up at 10 seconds. Yeah, they can go for the Baron for sure. No
Yeah.
TP on Hippo. Take a look at this. Trace flashes in, but Flash Cocoon, and then Edge turns it around into a binding. So really nice turnaround right there as we take a look at our picture-in-picture. But Cougar's ultimate doesn't do a whole lot because by the time his carriers are able to fight again, the tankiness has ended. Then they just turn on to Hippo with that Fate's Call and take it away.
And Baron's still at about a third health for Janair. They're getting a lot of pressure from e-mFire right now, and can they close it out? They can. e-mFire wants to fight though. Cougar with that ultimate. Crush gets caught by the Lissandra ultimate. And now the chase is on. Cougar goes back in to die. Tries to delay long enough for the rest of e-mFire. Whoa, that's a combo! Woo! Double kill for Edge. That works.
That was some really fun League of Legends to watch.
Goodbye,
right there.
bot lane.
Just sitting right there waiting for them to be baited into
Oh,
that choke.
man.
And Edge with the big laser combined with Hippo's ultimate too.
They fell for that one so hard.
That was,
Oh, wow.
that was very amusing.
That was beautiful. And right before Dragon comes up, too. Janair looks like they'll still be able to grab it, but there go their chances of ending the game right there.
It was a moral victory, though.
It was, I guess. Like, well, we still got Dragon.
The two kills after Baron.
Yep. If I'm Janair right now, if I'm Kuzan, I am laughing very hard at Pilot Shea right now. Let's watch it again. That was a great moment.
I mean, Crush gets found out on the flank and immediately taken down. Now they realize they can't actually fight this, so Cougar turns it, and then they just wait. There's a pink ward right here. They know there's no ward, and look at this.
Oh, man.
Blam!
Feels so good. Feels good, man.
Humorous, but ultimately futile, I feel, Doa.
Yeah. At least it makes it feel a bit better. If you're Edge.
It was a good bait, though, as far as turning Barons around and making them relatively useless. That was a very nice way to do it.
Getting rid of
The
it.
pink ward, I mean, they realized that they didn't have vision of that, and the over pursuit into a choke point. And that's where you're like, I mean, it's a big mistake by Jinair. You have to be wondering, where is Lux? Why haven't I seen Lux ult? Why haven't I seen Hecarim ult? Probably don't want to chase into a choke while Hecarim still has ult up, so brain fade right there from Jinair for sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were so far ahead that you get those big eyes and you're like, all right, we can end it right now, and you forget the little things like Lux can destroy you.
Or the big Centaur.
That's true.
Who throws Ghost at you?
Robo Centaur. Ghost Centaur. But not the spooky ghost. They're different. There goes the turret. Oh, hook on the Crush. Pulled right into the box. He's going to be taken out pretty quick after he comes down, I would think. Yep, goodbye. And it could be an inhibitor for Jinair. So in the end, nothing really slows down this team as they move in for the win with the Baron buff. Let's see if they can take it. Luxalt is back up.
Flash forward.
Yep, there's the ult. A decent amount of, well, not a lot of damage actually. Hippo in the middle of everything, but he's just going to take it out in a 1v4. First Nexus turret down. Trace will Zonia's himself. Turn around for a bit of damage onto Gugur. That laser from Kuzan doing work too. And there goes the Nexus. This one is over, and Jin Air takes game one. GG.
Yeah, so pretty methodical play from Jin Air right there. They got